Hey everyone, today's video is about 1. He thinks he has been spoiling you too much, so he ignores you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let's get going. The morning sunlight streamed through the curtains as you stretched lazily in bed, the warmth inviting you to start the day. You could hear the distant sounds of activity from the bustling city outside. However, something felt off. Bakugou, usually the first one to greet you off in the morning, was nowhere to be found. "Hey, Katsuki, where are you?" You called out, making your way to the kitchen. The scent of coffee lingered in the air, but there was no sign of him. You found him sitting at the table, engrossed in his hero agency paperwork. "Morning," he muttered without looking up, his attention solely focused on the documents in front of him. "Everything okay?" you asked, concern etching your features. "Yeah, just busy," he replied curtly, not meeting your gaze. Over the next few days, the distance between you and Bakugou grew. He was immersed in his hero duties, training sessions, and late-night missions. Any attempt you made to engage him in conversation was met with short responses or a dismissive wave of the hand. One evening, you decided to confront him about the sudden change in his behavior. "Katsuki, what's going on? You've been avoiding me," you said, frustration evident in your voice. He sighed, finally looking up from his work. "I've been giving you too much damn attention, and it's affecting my focus. Heroes can't afford distractions." "You don't need to shut me out completely. We're a team, remember?" he pleaded, reaching out to grasp his hand. He pulled away, a conflicted expression crossing his face. "I can't afford to let my emotions cloud my judgment. I need to be at the top of my game." Days passed, and there was still a silent tension between you two. Even during the rare moments when he was home, conversations were replaced by a heavy silence. It felt like a wall had been erected between you, and it hurt. One night, unable to bear the distance any longer, you cornered Bakugou in the living room. "Katsuki, I understand you have responsibilities, but shutting me out won't make things better." He sighed, finally meeting your gaze. "I just don't want anything to happen to you because of me. I need to focus on being a hero." "I'm not asking you to compromise your duties, but we're in this together. I can handle myself and I need you by my side," you insisted, your eyes pleading for him to understand. He hesitated, then nodded, a softness creeping into his gaze. "Fine, but don't blame me if things get messy." From that moment on, the tension began to lift. Bakugou realized that giving attention to the person he loved didn't make him weaker. Instead, it strengthened their bond. As he gradually let you back into his life, the warmth returned, and the silent void that had been settled between you began to fade away. With a renewed understanding, the days that followed brought a gradual change in Bakugou's demeanor. He still dedicated himself to his hero work, but now he found a better balance, ensuring that the person he loved wasn't left in any shadows. One weekend, as you both found a rare moment of respite, Bakugou surprised you with a spontaneous day out. "Put this on," he said, handing you a blindfold with a smirk. Intrigued, you complied, and soon you found yourselves in a park. The sounds of nature replaced the usual urban hustle, and the blindfold came off to reveal a picnic setup under the shade of a large tree. Bakugou, looking pleased with himself, grinned at your surprised expression. "Well, honestly, I figured we needed a break from the craziness. It's just us today," he admitted, pouring a cup of tea. As you enjoyed the tranquility of the park and the delicious homemade snacks he had prepared, you couldn't help but smile. Bakugou, not want to express himself openly, was showing you a side you rarely got to see. Later that evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, you found yourselves in a rooftop, overlooking the city. The city lights painted a mesmerizing backdrop, and Bakugou, usually a man of few words, began to open up about his fears and insecurities. I know it can be a mess sometimes, but I care about you a lot, he admitted, and the vulnerability in his eyes. You assured him, acknowledging the challenges of his profession, but emphasizing that facing them together was what made your bond stronger. The evening ended with a shared understanding, and the distance that had plagued your relationship seemed like a distant memory. From that day on, Bakugo continued to surprise you with thoughtful gestures. A homemade dinner after a tough mission, a quiet evening at home, and even the occasional flowers that appeared out of nowhere. His way of spoiling you had shifted, becoming a soft pleasant dance of affection that spoke louder than words. The once heavy silence that lingered between you transformed into laughter and shared moments. Baku's realization that love and heroism could coexist made your relationship flourish in a way that surpassed any previous expectations. As you stood together, hand in hand, facing the challenges that life and hero work threw your way, the bond between you and Bakugo only deepened, fueled by love, understanding, and the shared journey of being both partners and heroes. The weeks passed, and the connection between you deepened even more. The spontaneity of his gestures continued, and it wasn't long before he surprised you with a weekend getaway to a serene mountain cabin. The two of you enjoyed the crisp air, long walks, and shared quiet moments by the fireplace. One evening, as you sat under a blanket of stars, Baku spoke softly. I never thought I'd find someone who understands this crazy life. You make it all worthwhile. His admission hung in the air, a testament to the growth of your relationship had grown. Back in the bustling city, Baku's hero work persisted, but he no longer let it overshadow your connection. Instead, he found solace in your presence, whether it was a simple dinner at home or a stolen moment of laughter in the midst of the chaos. Through the highs and lows, laughter and tears, your love story with Baku unfolded. As you faced the world together, hand in hand, it was evident that the bond you shared was unbreakable, a testament to the strength that was found in vulnerability, understanding, and the enduring power of love. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Goodbye!